All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Yep, it's Friday. We are live. This is not recorded. We ain't taking time off like a lot of people do this time of year. They say it's slow. I say no. I say we've got the Lady Raiders representing America in a major way over there in Germany against Team China today. We've got our running topic every Friday night. We ask you one question: what's the most Texan thing you did this week? And we also are going to ask the question on Friday night: why can't people understand why there can be no salary cap in college sports without a union and a collectively bargained agreement? Why is this so hard to understand? The executive order by Donald Trump, President Trump, yesterday, sound and fury, signifying nothing. Why is this so hard for people to understand? Not you guys, maybe, but maybe your friends. You talk to your friends, and you're like, no, it didn't work this way. Why is it so hard? I think it's because people just don't like it. I think that's part of the deal. So we're going to get into all that tonight. Whatever else is on your mind. It's a Friday in late July. We're days away from Texas Tech football reporting. Training camp's underway in the NFL. I'm sure you've got your thoughts, your comments, your questions. So weigh in on the United Supermarkets chat line. Market Street and United Supermarkets, they put their name on Texas Tech athletics. Some grocery stores around here put your money in their name on other schools downstate. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to have some fun? I want you guys really to be active tonight. Really be active on that chat line tonight. Fire away. Let us know what's on your mind this evening. What are you thinking about? What are you doing? You got great weekend plans. Let's have some fun. James giving us the thumbs up, letting us know audio is good, video is good, like the old days on Periscope. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You start your day every day. We got the Raiderland hot links, cool stuff from around the web. We figure if we like it, you're going to like it. I hope you guys like the hot links. We have fun putting them together. Brought to you tonight by Extreme. That's 2 X's. Extreme Paintless Dent Repair and Collision Center. They're on North Frankfort, 4106, if you want to know exactly where they are. So yeah, your car truck's been dinged up by the hailstorms recently in West Texas. Give them a holler there at Extreme. That's Extreme. Extreme. www.xxtremepdr.com. Glad to have them with us. Good people out there on North Frankfort. A lot of work gets done out there on North Frankfort, and you got a really good barbecue place out there. If you you got to take your car truck out to get worked on, just hit the shack while you're out there. Also by Gators Bayou, 98th and Slide, hot Cajun food, ice cold drinks, all the games on TV, ice cold air conditioning inside. My gosh, their air conditioning at Gators is amazing. They have a tremendous patio, live music Friday and Saturday nights here during the summer. So check them out. Drop by Gators. So what should you get when you go to Gators? Well, a lot of different things you can get. First off, make sure you're in their rewards club. You get to the table, you see the little deal, sign up on that on your text deal. Free appetizer right there. 100% free appetizer. How do you beat that? So I would do the Cajun cheese curds on the free appetizer. Then their Cajun pasta is tremendous. If you like po' boys, the fried shrimp or catfish is where I would go. And then after that, hey, they got a ton of cool stuff on the menu. Gators Bayou. All right, so that's where we are tonight. Most Texan thing you did this week. What do you got for me? What's the most Texan thing you did? And then we have Lady Raider basketball today. I can't imagine anybody not being impressed, proud, or otherwise with Texas Tech representing Team USA at the World University Games the last time they had to skip a year somewhere in there. So the last time it was Mississippi State representing the United States. They lost to China in the gold medal game. Today, Texas Tech playing in the gold medal game. Your Lady Raiders with no foreign players, mind you. None of the foreign players that are on the roster. They get the silver medal, 81-69. Back and forth first half. Big third quarter for China. Stiff-armed them in the fourth period, and that was it. But I am so impressed with what Texas Tech did. They played a ton of games. I can't remember. It was either 6 or 7 games in like a week and a half. You'll never do that in a tournament. You'll never do that in the postseason. You'll never do it in the regular season. And they gutted it up and they competed. So impressed. I go back to the national championship year, pre-national championship year of 93, calling games on radio and otherwise covering the team. I don't know that aside from the national championship, that I can think of anything that is cooler than Lady Raider basketball representing the United States of America and doing what they did. Not just a couple of players playing on the national team or something, or even Cheryl Swoops on the Olympic team, which was awesome, which is cool. How freaking many medals did you win, Cheryl? 3? 96, 2000, 2004? I lose track. But this is awesome. Hopefully, fans will realize how cool it is. Hopefully, it will also. Nobody else is getting to do this in the Big 12 this summer on a women's basketball. Can you imagine if Texas Tech men's basketball had been playing, and getting to practice for a month and getting ready to go overseas and play a tournament like Baylor, like Grant McCaslin was involved in, same type thing? How cool that would be. All right. My thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts. We also asked the question, why can fans not understand why there can be no salary cap, no restriction on NIL, no anything without the players having a union and college football, college sports acting as labor? Why is this so hard for people to figure out? You tell me on a Friday night. Most Texan thing you did this week, what was it? You tell me. And let's take advantage of that United Supermarkets Market Street chat line and have some fun. Let's get the comments going, stacking up on me tonight. I want you guys firing away for just jumping into the show. Glad you're out there on a Friday. All right, James. Why does common sense go out the window when it comes to NIL? Answer, hidden money isn't hidden anymore. I think I kind of get what you're getting at. That, a lot of the power programs liked it the other way because it was all under the table. They could do what they wanted to and claim, hey, we're not doing anything wrong. We're not like SMU or anything. I think that's maybe what you're getting at. Now that it's all above board, oh my gosh, we can't have this. We can't have Texas Tech. We use Texas Tech. Obviously, we covered Texas Tech. But really, Texas Tech has become the touchstone nationally for the non-blue blood program that is daring to encroach into the power structure of the blue. I hate the term. I'm with Rob Bro, by the way, on that. Rob Bro, Lubbock radio superstar. You can hear him like 18 times a day there on the Raymar stations. I don't know how he does it. Hates the term blue blood. I agree. Doesn't matter anymore. How dare a Texas Tech do something like this? Michael jumps in on our YouTube channel. By the way, Ryan Heights Raiderland on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube watching, hit like, hit share, grow it. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. It doesn't cost anything. Helps grow the show. Same thing with our Facebook and Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. Can I give a Raiderland helmet sticker to my brother and his 2003 Coronado tennis team for getting to the LISD Athletic Hall of Honor tomorrow? Yes, you can. So is that, help me out here, Michael, I lose track. Was that Coach Carter with Coronado tennis at that time? I know he was there when I was at Coronado. He stepped away, I think, for a little while, came back, ran the program. But the LISD Athletic Hall of Honor not indicting, that's totally different, the 2003 Coronado tennis team. Had some great, have had, and probably still do, some amazingly talented tennis players go through Coronado and Coach Carter over the years in the 80s and the 90s and obviously into the 2000s. I thought I saw the other day some of the class going in. Now I can't freaking remember a single person that's going out on this LISD Athletic Hall of Honor. So I apologize for that. James, I wonder when the Big Ten SEC will merge for football and men's basketball. Fairly soon, probably within 5 or 6 years, maybe sooner if they can tear up the TV contracts and if TV wants to do it, and then how they would distribute it amongst all the TV partners what they work with right now. It's where we're going. And by the way, they're still going to need other teams. It can't just be them. They're going to need other teams around the country. Big 12, ACC, Pac, whatever the Pac-12 is, a little bit maybe of that. Not really. All the good ones they want are in the ACC and the Big Ten anyways right now. So what's left over in the Pac-12, the Pac-12 really doesn't swing. And I'm talking the conference as articulated today and going forward. Nothing against Southwest Texas State. Great school, party school down there in San Marcos. Good luck to you. Yeah, we're gonna get the merger. We're closer today than we've been since I've been saying it now for 30 years. Good Lord. Don Williams at the age of sick of me saying this is where we're going. But I think he will begrudgingly admit today, all these years later, that that's exactly where we're going. So with all of this, the backdrop of the Trump executive order yesterday saying, yeah, college players cannot be paid for play and whatever, it means nothing. It's unenforced. It doesn't have anything. But I just want to go back to the idea that why can't fans seemingly understand why there can't be a salary cap? Why Donald Trump can't do that? Why the conferences can't come back and say, or that even the House settlement, says, well, I thought it was going to be $20.2 million and then they could only pay them this and the collectives are going away. No. But I thought the College Sports Collective in Deloitte, they were going to review all these things and it was going to go away on the NIL and it was going to be regulated. No. Why don't fans seemingly understand that it takes two sides to negotiate an agreement? None of even the House settlement was totally one-sided in settling it from and I'm going to say management standpoint. We're going to call college athletic departments management. Players didn't agree to any of this stuff. It would just be like the NFL, saying, all right, this is the new CBA, this is the new collectively bargain agreement, and we're not going to have the Players Association vote or anything. That's just it. And I'm beginning to think it's just, I don't know that a lot of fans are just so obtuse they can't figure it out that they don't understand. I think they just want it to be. They want Donald Trump to be able to wave a magic wand and make it so. They want Congress and Tommy Tuberville and Ted Cruz to just make it so, and it just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. We're too far down the road. The states, to an extent, can do stuff within their state jurisdiction, but the rulings by the Supreme Court and federal courts have already, put us on this road where they can't stop it. You can't stop me from paying Baron Morton $750,000 a year right now to rep Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. If I wanted to pay him that money, you can't stop me. Nobody can. That's already transpired. Well, what about the NIL? What about the salary? No, you can't do it. The cap is artificial on the House settlement on what they set aside at each school, $20.5 million or whatever, to distribute to athletes to pay them directly vis-a-vis under the auspices of the NCAA, which I don't know why it still exists. But none of that addressed anything on the NIL front, nor did the collective, nor did the College Sports Commission, nor did the Deloitte. We're going to review every deal and say, oh, well, this is a legit market value. You don't know what a legit market value is. You can't do it. Any more than somebody outside the realm of, I don't know, a teacher, LISD. Now, let's say LISD wants to pay a great science teacher $150,000 a year, which they don't, but that'd be cool if they did. And then somebody comes out and says, well, you can't pay this science teacher $150,000 a year. The basic market seems to indicate and dictate that, they should maybe make, $75,000, $80,000 a year based on terms of years of service and everything else. But for you to pay this guy $150,000 a year, you can't do that. See how absurd it sounds when we say it that way? Coach Carter was the coach then. Very good. Nice guy. Nice guy. I played a lot of tennis growing up. Obviously, not good enough to play for Coronado. Sometime, maybe on the show, Michael, I'll tell the story about how I played tennis. I played a match against a Coronado girls tennis player. I mouthed off a little and played a match against her, and how it turned out. Didn't turn out very good. One of my favorite people, though. She still considers me a friend. She's down in Houston now. James, people, not this site, don't want to admit that amateur college athletes no longer exist. I think that's part of it. I think it's a huge part of it. All right. But I'm still intrigued by the fact that people can't seem to understand the legality or understand it. And I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about this audience that I don't know that there's a lot of people here that are in unions. In the state of Texas, a right to work state, and a lot of Texas Tech fans and everything else, that they're not unionized. They don't, I'm not saying they're dumb, that they can't understand union rules and anything else. But in a right to work state, maybe not used to a CBA or understanding how a CBA works, or just, anything along those lines. But I was still shocked yesterday seeing people thinking that Donald Trump can issue an executive order with no enforcement mechanism whatsoever. It really doesn't even address what's actually going on in college sports and how to inform it, and even use the Alston case, citing it wrongly. I'm like, can we not get anything done here? Most Texan thing you did this week, what is it? Lady Raiders representing well in Germany. Great job. Get the silver medal today. And then we have just the idea of why you can't have a salary cap in college sports, no matter what the House settlement is and why. And I'm asking why. And truly, if you're listening right now, if you're watching the show and you don't understand it, say, hey, I don't understand why they can't do this. Say, I don't get it. I don't understand why this can't work, and I'll attempt to explain it as best I can in my layman terms. I'll do my best to explain why none of this is going to work, and why I still say I think Texas Tech was wrong to roll the Matador Club into the athletic department, and I still wonder if maybe there are some legal mechanisms that have not been completely triggered that would allow the Matador Collective to roll back out. I think it should still be 100% outside the purview and anything to do with Texas Tech's athletic department. I think everything about that should be outside for now. Maybe later someday, but right now, nothing has changed legally from today, a year ago today. The House settlement didn't change anything fundamentally other than Tech now can take some of their athletic department money and spread it around. But everything else that was going on, the so-called Wild West of NIL and everything, nothing has changed. Nothing stops that now. I wish Tech hadn't completely gone in there. One of the few, I think, missteps that maybe Cody Campbell and Texas Tech have made on this NIL front. And for, whatever, they could be playing 5D chess. I don't know. James, I wonder if the disparity in finances from major programs to small D1 programs is a key factor. A key factor in what? Help me out there. Yeah, elucidate more, and I'll answer the question more. You tell me what the key factor in what? Yeah, is there a disparity in finances from the major programs to the smaller ones? Yeah, there always has been. There always will be. There's no way around that unless they all coalesce into a single league and they operate like the NFL. Therefore, ergo, EIG, IMG, EOR, and Pace Requiscate. We could have some changes. Key factor in getting a CBA. That's exactly why they should get a CBA. And I'll tell you why. Green Bay Packers revenue this past year, they have to release their books every year. The Green Bay Packers are a publicly owned corporation out of Green Bay. It's really fascinating. If you don't understand it or don't really know that much about it, go check it out. It's really cool. So the Green Bay Packers, a revenue of, I believe, $729 million this past year. That's one team in the NFL, $729 million in the smallest professional market in sports, in big time professional sports. Green Bay, smallest professional market, $729 million. Compare that to the entire league of the WNBA, which has about $210, I think, million in revenue, not profit, revenue. The Packers have that kind of revenue because they have revenue sharing. The NFL coalesced and all got together years ago and said, you know what? All of our markets are stronger together. We can do this. College sports can do the same thing. They can only do it, though, with two sports, men's basketball and college football. They have to break off. They have to set their own course, and we're going to have to create a 60, 80-team league, and then they can share that TV revenue equally with all 3, 4 networks that come in and buy it and do everything else, and everybody gets a share, and then that's how you do it. That's how you pay it. That's how you overcome being a small market D1 team or Alabama or Ohio State up here. Everybody gets the pie. Then you create your own secondary revenue streams by your marketing, your advertising, which is what the NFL does, which is what the Cowboys do so well. Jerry gets the same amount of money as Green Bay, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Denver, whatever. They get the same amount of NFL money. It's what they do after that that guides the revenue. That's where college sports has to go if you want it to work. JC, they'll start a new Matador club like Double Eagle, Zero Union, ever close football if it means another union. Figure it out. No, you've got to have a union to save college football. It's too late. No union, no college football. Tech needs to keep buying all players until we can't anymore. Buy them all. Get them on discount. 2 for 1. S&H green stamps on Thursday. It's Friday. Most Texan thing you did this week. Lance was out there in the Guadalupe Mountains hiking around. No particular place to go, no destination, but he's halfway there. Let's see, Charlie on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube. All free. Subscribe to all of them. It's cool. All right. Charlie, the most honorable Darrell K. Royal would be appalled by the money flowing in college football today. Yeah, he could buy a team for half that back in 1964. Good grief. Yeah. DKR could get a whole team for half of what you're spending right now. He'd be just 100% appalled. Hey, we got fat thumbs. It happens. Don't worry. Your questions, your comments. Thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. Hey, pro tip. Head on out to your Market Street location, closest one. Go to the butcher shop. Go to where the meats are. Check out the end cap specials this time of year. I ain't saying, I'm just saying you can get some amazing deals because, it's this time of year that's a lot of grilling and everything going on. So the supermarkets, they got to make sure everybody's taken care of. So they got to buy all this meat and everything. Well, if they don't sell, some of the meat, well, they got to sell the meat. They put it on cheap. You'd be amazed what you can get. If you're not looking at the end caps, if you're not looking at the specials there at United Supermarkets and Market Street, you're doing yourself wrong. Also, get the ad specials, or just, they even put them up there. You don't have to get the freaking paper anymore to get the ad special. Just look, 2 for 1 pork chops, Smithfield pork tenderloins, $5.99, whatever it is. I'm here to help. It's the least I can do. I figure on a Friday night, this time of year. Most Texan thing you have done this week. Lady Raider basketball wins the silver medal. 81-69, China wins today. China wins back-to-back gold medals in this competition. They beat Mississippi State in 2019. 19, but I think a huge month for Lady Raider basketball in improving this program, and couldn't be more proud to see them. I mean, like I ain't going to wear it out in public. I might, but the uniforms, the Team USA uniforms, red, white, and blue, all that great USA across the front, and down on the shorts, the double T logo, coolest thing I've seen. James, would you have the same CBA for Division I, Division II, et cetera? Great question. No, because the NCAA is dead. It won't oversee it. This will exist outside the NCAA. So the idea of Division I, Division II, everything else, they're going to have to do their own thing. Football and basketball have to break away from the NCAA. The NCAA can't control it. They're going to operate as their own entity, and it must happen. It's the only way it works. The NCAA is unwieldy at 395 whatever teams trying to do stuff. It can't happen, and it won't. JC, only those of us in your audience are wise enough, old enough to know what green stamps were. In fact, in Double Green Stamps Day, I think it was Tuesday. Is it Tuesday at Piggly Wiggly, maybe? And then in the summers, you were slave labor for your grandparents, putting those suckers in little green stamp books. We got high tech, and they got like a little sponge or something. You could use the sponge and dab them up and, put them in that way and everything. It was the hardest way I ever earned a skateboard in 1978 that I can ever remember. But we went down to that green stamp store, and I got that skateboard, and I felt like I was $1 million, man. Got me a skateboard. Damn near killed me, but it was cool. Not sure it was worth all the green stamps I had to stick into a book to get it done. And then, we probably still have in this house China, fine dishes. I ain't being funny here. Fine dishes in China that were probably bought with green stamps, Do green stamps work to get a drink sponsor for the show? That would be cool, Jan talking about Double Green Stamps Day. It was Wednesday at United right before they quit giving them. Yeah. Each store had their own different deals. You had, I think Piggly Wiggly was Tuesday. I can't remember if Albertsons even had them. You had green stamps. You had gold stamps. Andy, Tech in position to join the final conference alignment that will happen soon. Yeah. Tech's everything they need to have. Facilities are good. Support's good. Money's good. You're in a great region, in a great state of Texas. You have a massive alumni base in the Metroplex. Not too bad down in Houston and, for whatever Austin and San Antonio is worth to the markets. You don't have to worry about when this thing winnows down if Tech's going to be in it or not. They still got to have teams to play. It ain't going to just be the Big Ten and the SEC. They've got to spread it out across the country. They got to have teams. They got to have divisions. It's going to be the NFL times 2. How many teams are in the NFL? Double it, add a few more. There you go. You guys are doing pretty good for a Friday night in late July. I'm really impressed with the conversation. Really impressed with you guys. Really am. I'm not being funny. I think you guys make this fun, make it worthwhile. Do you think Yormark will push first to separate from the NCAA? Interesting question. Could be. He's not afraid to be a rebel. I mean, it really won't matter until whoever's running the Big Ten and the SEC kind of get on board and say, all right, that's where we're going. And you're hearing some of that. You're hearing a little bit of that out of the old AAC, their commissioner, I think yesterday, talking about stuff like this. But yeah, it might take somebody like Yormark to get it out there publicly, take the hits, take the PR hits, and there will be those. You're destroying college sports, and then behind the scenes, the SEC and the Big Ten guys are saying, give them hell, Yormark. Go, do it. Yeah, do it. Let's make it happen. Andy, gold bond stamps at Furs. Okay, so gold stamps, gold bond stamps at Furs. S&H green stamps, Piggly Wiggly, United. Was there another like rewards program that Albertsons had? This would have been in the 80s and 90s. Did Albertsons have their own branded deal? I can't remember. For those who don't know, my grandfather, when he retired from Piggly Wiggly in 1979, held the record for longest tenured employee, 49 years at a 47 years, pardon me, at a Piggly Wiggly. I grew up in the grocery store business. That's why I know a little bit about this. Yeah. It seemed like Albertsons had their own, might not have even been stamps at the time. It might have been on the receipt. Like you get, at United now, you get points and stuff. You got so many points and everything else. It might have been Albertsons that actually started that in the 80s and moved away from the physical stamps and everything else. Could be. Andy's saying green stamps, maybe for Albertsons. I don't know. We don't know what we're talking about. All right. Got to jump out of here on a Friday night. I got frozen pizza to eat. No, I'm going to heat it up first. Trust me, it's going to be really good. We will have your. Hey, we just started something this week, and it was kind of like I was kind of joking, and I think now we're going to do it. The dose of West Texas, a little bit of West Texas. I've got tons of pictures of West Texas that we can post every day, or at least weekdays. We posted a couple of the last few days. I'll have that for you tonight. We'll post it on the website. You can see it on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, and on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. I want to say this: if you've got really cool shots of West Texas, all right, send them to me either on Twitter or on the Facebook page. And if we like it, we'll use it on the website and everything else. Okay. But I think this thing's like kind of taken off a little bit, and I've been kind of blown away by the reaction to it. So we'll have one tonight, and not every picture I post is going to be actually from the day I took the picture. It could be a while back or whatever, anything else. So if you got something on that front, but just glad you're out here. JC, we're in agreement, 70-ish teams, 10 divisions, 2 conferences, etc. We'll look very close to the Southwest Conference. The division could be like a old Southwest Conference. Absolutely. David Collier, KMAC 28 Sports Director. Ned Yost. Lenny Randall. Richie Zisk. Don Slott. Larry Bittner. Bill Stein. Rick Honeycutt. Misspelled, but Gino Petralli. Absolutely. Great shout out on Gino Petralli. Pudge needs a day off. Congratulations. Oh, got Don Slott in? Good call on that. I missed it today. I apologize. I'm sure it was epic stuff. Hopefully it's is it saved in some sort of podcast form? David Carter, KMAC 28 Sports Director, also appears on what the hell's the show? Name of the show you're on? End of the Bench. The End of the Bench. They're on 100.7 from 9 to 4 in the afternoon. Did y'all do the Rangers? Did y'all do a Rangers name game today? I'm guessing y'all did that. I heard them talking about it earlier this week. I would have killed in this game. I mean, would have been fantastic. 100%. Glad you got Don Slott in. I need to go back and listen to it. And I hope you won. Although Rob Rowe would have been really salty 2012, 2000 now. He would have been really salty on that. Do you get Gaylord Perry in? Ferguson Jenkins? Please tell me you got Mike Hargrove. Oh, LaCroix. Yeah, could have had LaCroix. And on that note, we have drifted into what we used to call green-white checker time. We're in NASCAR overtime. Are you on the TV tonight or not? I'm saying that like really loud, like he can't hear me. Are you on the TV tonight? I was going old. Only I stayed away from 2023 on my off list. All right. Well, whether he's on the TV or not tonight, he says he's on the TV. Watch him on the TV tonight. They're on your local programming providers, over the air, otherwise cable, and wherever else you may watch your local ABC affiliate in West Texas. In color where available, sometimes in stereo. It would be David Collier with the latest from. Well, I've always said if you work in local sports and you can knock out a show the last 2 weeks of July, you're doing pretty good. And this is where the sports director usually goes to the producer and says, "Does weather need a minute? Does weather need anything?" Because they're always coming to you in the heart of the season when you got a lot of stuff going on and say, "Hey, weather needs a minute. Weather needs a minute." They never come to you this time of year when there's nothing going on in weather. They're coming the other way and saying, "Yeah, hey, weather gave up a minute. You got a minute? You got a minute we can fill?" So yeah, just walk down the hall and tell them, "Hey, weather's got a minute tonight." Nobody gets it. Nobody understands what we're talking about, Collier. All right, you guys are the best. We enjoy it. Huge series of shows next week. We're going to do the best of the last quarter century of Red Raider football, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to start off on the offensive side of the ball, the top 5 greatest offensive players last quarter century. Did you all realize that we're a quarter century in now to this century? That gives you 25 years of Tech football, offense, defense, and then we'll get into some specialty best 25 years on Wednesday. Yeah, that's what we do. Why? It's the last week of July. You guys share this, put it out there, have some fun with it. We'll see you tomorrow with our Saturday column with no name, 5 things we know on a Sunday. Thanks for being out there. Share this. Go on our sponsors' websites, Extreme Paintless Dent Repair and Collision Repair. Getty's Bayou, United Supermarkets. Go on their websites. Tell them thanks for sponsoring us. We'll see you this weekend at theraiderland.com.